G'day. This is my second video recently about marriage equality here in Australia, and when I recorded the first one I said something along the lines of I'd like to boycott the postal survey, the plebiscite that's about to be inflicted upon us, because I don't think it's appropriate, nor do I think it's right that everybody gets a vote on my relationship. And things change so quickly. It's clearly evident to me now that voting or not voting at all, or boycotting that vote, isn't such a good idea. The no vote has shown themselves to be able to misconstrue the truth and to tell outright lies about people who are other than heterosexual. And that's a bit of a worry for me. I've seen lots of bad stuff out there, posters and comments and words of vilification that show me that sitting by and saying nothing and not voting isn't the way to go, because they'll win. Now's the time to get out and say yes to marriage equality here in Australia, yes to same-sex marriage, yes to the ability of anybody to marry those people that they love. And I know for a fact that just because you get married to someone doesn't mean that the world stops. Here's Michael and I getting married. We got married in 2014 in New Zealand, and New Zealand, as far as I understand, I haven't been back there to verify this with my own eyes, is still there as a democracy, still functioning okay. There are still churches on every second street corner. There are still people going about expressing their point of view. There's even those people in New Zealand who express their disapproval of marriage equality, even though it's been there for quite some time. So some of the common things that I hear these days about marriage equality around religion and what's going to change and freedom of religion and so on, and I reckon that none of that's going to change. It's just scare tactics, designed to make you think that the world will end if you let people like me get married. And let's face it, I'm married and you're still married, and you might be thinking about getting married, or you might be thinking marriage isn't for you at all. Good for you. The difference, I think, between what I think and what those that are saying no think is that I'm not telling them that they can't have it their way. I'm not telling them that they can't keep their marriage their way. What I'm saying to them is, you can't tell me how to live my life. You can't tell me what it is that I can and can't do. And getting married is one of those things that I feel is something that I should be able to do without any problems at all. And here I am saying to you, religious people and those people who doubt, I'm saying to you right now is that nothing will change in your life. You can still believe what you believe. You can still verbalise what it is that you verbalise. You're not going to get locked up. Your freedom isn't going to be curtailed just because I can get married and just because lots of other people get married. There's some real good stuff out there at the moment that talks about saying yes in marriage equality, and I've got one of these that I'll link in the comments section below, so you can have a look at this if you'd like. Equal marriage, yes, it says. So what are some of the key things that we can say yes to? Yes, free speech will still be protected, just like now. Yes, religion will be protected, just like now. Yes, Senator Dean Smith's marriage bill contains more religious protections than is currently around. I don't think that's such a great idea, but yes, that'll happen. Yes, our clergy will still be able to marry people that they want to be able to marry, and they don't have to conduct marriages for those people that they don't want to do marriages for, such as divorced people or interfaith couples or same-sex couples, just like now. It won't change. Yes, no one will be able to marry multiple partners or pets or buildings or cars, because you know what? That's just plain silly. Yes, marriage has always changed, and always for the better. Traditionally, women couldn't choose their husbands and they could never divorce. Think how much better our society is now, that people are in relationships because they want to be in relationships. Yes, kids are already being raised by same-sex parents, and they do just as well. That's really important. They do just as well as kids raised by single parents, grandparents, adoptive parents, and any other sort of loving parents. And yes, for a fair go, all Australians should be able to marry the person that they love. That's all we're looking for. And if you're unsure, then vote yes. Your life won't change. The world will keep spinning, the sun will rise, and you will be making a difference to the lives of so many other people. So it's time to step up and say yes. I'll vote yes for marriage equality, because I'm going to vote yes for my marriage to Michael. I'm going to vote yes for all those other people in the world, in Australia, who want to be able to get married to the partner that they love. I want everybody in Australia to be on an equal footing. It's time to say yes.